Okay.
Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Suzy?
Everything. The sky, the moon, the stars.
What's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
All right, so yes, we got Suzy's reaction now to the clip from Twice Upon a Time. So what did you think of it?
I love it.
Okay.
The only way the doctor could tell the doctor was the doctor was when he went like this.
With the regeneration energy? Well,
yeah.
He even said to the first doctor, "Stop. Don't go into this whole thing like play stupid. You knew when you saw me in the snow. Come on."
Yeah.
And he's like, really? You don't want to admit it. You know. So it's like we're going to go through this because I remember you doing this. So it's like, so that's funny.
I like that. I like that whole banter. It was awesome.
The biggest, funniest thing.
I know and love.
Yes. The biggest, funniest thing that we're going to get from this was that this soldier was so inspired by this event with the doctors that he creates a blue box and puts a toilet in there.
Porta
That's
potty.
what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get for inspiration. Get a toilet with toilet paper.
Porta
So now
potty.
every time, and then people think I'm weird, and every time you sit down, you'll see inside the blue doors and everything. Just like when I'm in my bathroom and I have my toilet shower. I have my own too. Okay. I just look. If I'm sad, I'm gonna be like this, and I'll look over. I'm like, I'll be happy, like right next to me. There you go.
All right. You realize that this is not pertaining to the show, but if my means of transportation comes into my hands and it happens to be blue, guess what it's going to become?
What?
Oh, come on. It's easy. It's going to be my TARDIS on wheels.
There you go.
Nice.
TARDIS blue. No.
TARDIS blue, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. It will be TARDIS blue.
Very good. That is awesome.
Then I can get that license plate cover that says my other vehicle
I
is
used to have
TARDIS.
bumper stickers on my cars. My first car, I called it the Enterprise.
Nice.
And I had from the Star Trek conventions, I had the bumper sticker, NC1701A. It was like, first it was just 1701, then I had 1701A, I was a nerd. And then I got like a TARDIS thing too. And then one vehicle I had Spider-Man stuff all over it. I had Spider-Man stickers, it was like a kid thing, it was like crazy. I had Spider-Man floor mats, I had Spider-Man steering wheel, it was all Spider-Man stuff. Yeah. Kids loved it because they were little.
Jumping out at
Kids
you
loved it because
in
they had all
3D.
stickers on there. They loved it. Yeah. But anyway.
I can just see that steering wheel cover.
So we're glad that Mark Gatiss' character is inspired to create toilets in a blue
Big
box.
porta potty. God dang it.
Great. What a Christmas special that is, man.
It's so sad.
It makes you just want to go and see the Christmas special. Just go.
You want to go to the bathroom?
No, but I'd miss it. I don't have a TV in the bathroom. That would be so totally difficult.
And then when you go, you could say, "I did a Gatiss."
Oh,
just kidding.
Show, folks.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Went to the toilet.
No, that's an ice skating term too.
Yeah.
That's a nice skating term too.
Oh, I'm a nut. If I had the money, I'd probably in the bathroom have like a device that you do like the thing the TARDIS to make the sound.
Yeah. Oh no.
Instead of a flushing noise, it would be like
you could have the Costa Bell for some of them.
There you go. Too much information.
Costa Bell for one of the serious ones.
Yeah. If I would have had my way, I would have had that done in the mall. With like, oh, let's build the thing in the room, and they're like, we can't. The cost would be, I would do that whole turnstile right in the center of the mall. I'd be like,
you'll have your own TARDIS of your very own. You know that.
When I have a house, that freaking basement, I'm gonna have the thing where it looks like the TARDIS is in the wall into like going downstairs to the basement, and it would be like,
Okay.
I'm gonna have a freaking whole thing.
All right,
Plus,
you realize,
I'm gonna have arcades around too, because I want arcades.
okay, now when you have that, you gotta invite me, and then I'll come and I'll film it.
That's right.
I had this weird dream that one day I would have my own television network station. And I always wanted, like, I came up with this weird idea for a show. It was going to be called Live from the TARDIS, where the stage was like inside the TARDIS, but it had like musical apps, and it'd be like actual like different genres each time. Like the TARDIS would take you to like the 50s, and you hear music from that period. And then
Sweet.
another part would be like 60s, and you have acts from the 60s come on, and you go through the history of the 60s music. And then I had this weird idea for Jay Dilla's album where the TARDIS creates it on stage. It's called Donuts, and it was just like each track would be recreated on stage as it goes. It was just
cool.
this ideal that I had for a television show. This is my idea, people. Do not steal it.
That's right. People will
That
rip
would
off
be
tomorrow,
like-
unfortunately.
Yeah.
That would be like if I had my own TARDIS, I'd have Ava come and perform in it. Just because I
Wow.
want to hear Waterloo.
Wow. Very nice.
I don't know. What would you have happen in your TARDIS, Scott?
Oh, geez. That's what I've been thinking about a lot, and I haven't been able to. Probably something between like the 70s and 80s flair. Something like
I know somebody who likes Slayer too.
Yeah. It's got to be something around like this, around the 70s or 80s flair. That's all I can think of because I know I'd have my own TARDIS as well, and it's like, ooh, okay, I don't like it here. Let me go to this planet for a time. Ooh, I don't like it here. Okay,
I just would have a huge I want to have like a basement that's the length of the house. So in other words, like downstairs is like a whole nother house where I would have a whole TARDIS console built, but then the whole length of the basement I would have arcades because I would want to have like Pac-Man and Punch Out and all these different things and a game room, and then I would want to have like a big projection TV, like maybe a movie room.
Ooh, here we go.
If I had that too.
Have one half looking like the Victorian era TARDIS, and there's your big screen TV.
Yeah. So that would be cool.
You can't forget that disco ball because I'd have one in mine.
I love the 70s.
See,
I was born
Me
in the
too.
70s.
I was born to dance in
Watching
the
the
70s.
Sonny and Cher show and all this other stuff.
Carol Burnett.
That's why I kind of,
Osmonds.
sadly regret that David Bowie passed away, because
Yeah, I know.
this is how I would have marketed if I was in terms of marketing Doctor Who. I would have that show running like in conjunction with Doctor Who, and it would have like the current Doctor, which would be in Capaldi, and it'd be his like side show where he'd just come in and introduce, and then it'd be like rock kind of type thing. And I always had this vision of them two like on stage jamming out during one of the segments.
He was almost in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who, Bowie?
Yeah,
Nice.
almost.
Yeah.
But I can't believe they're rebooting. Well, we'll talk about the Everything Show. They're rebooting Labyrinth. But anyway.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
No, not my favorite
Come
movie.
on.
They can't do
Yep,
that.
they're
That's my
remaking
favorite
it.
movie.
That man is not even cold in the ground yet, and y'all just want to. Oh, these people are idiots.
Well,
It's not going to be right
So
without him.
disrespectful.
No, it's not.
No.
I'm sorry. If they're going to do that, then they need to get another musician. So if they're going to get another musician, then they need to have maybe a Mick Jagger.
well,
to take up.
I'm again. I know we're doing Doctor Who, and I opened up the can of worms, but I'm hearing it's going to be a female Goblin.
Oh,
Queen,
how nice.
because
Because
you
why
females just gotta have that. No, I'm just kidding. SJW.
No, that's
Why not?
evil.
Let's gender bend this magnificent role that, God forbid that he was a male doing this role. But he had. I mean, he. Do we have to gender bend everything? Do we
Yeah.
have to turn everything into female? I mean, as I'm speaking as a woman, that can we just leave stuff alone now? I mean,
It would be
we get the
nice.
point. We get the point. I mean, especially Labyrinth. Labyrinth do not need to be gender bend. This is
No.
disrespectful to David Bowie. This man has put his heart and soul into this film,
Listen,
and it turned out
Once
great.
you did Doctor Who, everything is
No,
there's nothing sacred now.
God,
James Bond they're
man.
trying to do too. So I mean, it's just But let's
Yep.
stick with Doctor Who. I know
Yeah, let's start with
we got off track. We got off track. Nano. Anyway,
Shots
Mork and
fired.
Mindy. It's going to be Mindy and Mork now.
I
Where
have.
it's going.
It's so funny. And I know we're doing Doctor Who, but
Yeah.
that whole thing, American Horror Story cult, that whole thing, they made fun of so much of that stuff with the female agenda, the male agenda, and all that stuff. The guy screaming out, he's like, "Go in the kitchen and make me a And then the girl shot him in the I was like, Evan Peters, man. Friggin' best. He needs to go to Doctor Who. That would be funny, too. She's going to tell somebody to make her a sandwich. I know.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know. She said, go make me a sandwich.
Kitchen's right over there. I don't see
No.
your legs broken.
Not happening.
They need to keep her with the food fetish that Capaldi.
No, make me a sandwich.
Let
Be like, okay,
her
doctor.
eat. Let her eat.
Where's
some
my
food.
tea? All right? Still waiting. It's the last incarnation. Nah.
I can't wait to see what her little quirks is gonna be. 'Cause I know with Capaldi's it was like eating different foods near the end.
Yeah.
Like he had to have a food on every time.
Oh, he's eating sushi.
Oh,
The guy just killed somebody. He took his brain out. He's like, snacks.
Yep.
Coffee. Yeah. Look at the thing in the episode. Like he was, it was Into the Dalek. He was drinking like the coffee with the Starbucks or something.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I love him. He's awesome.
He's great.
He's just
He was
great.
eating-
He drank the guy's coffee. Remember that?
Yeah.
He he stole the guy's coffee that time. He kept eating stuff and drink. Oh, this is hysterical.
Don't you
Man.
remember he was sitting there eating the chips?
Yo,
Even in deep breath, he's like, "Yeah, might kill you." I don't know. And he's like, like okay, okay, might throw you out the window. I don't know. Somebody's gonna die. I don't think it's gonna be me. I like this suit. And,
I love
like
that scene. I
Yeah.
love that scene at the end of Deep Breath when he just, that was him throw that man out of the room because he had 0 F's about anything at that point. I mean, he's not fully in end of his regeneration cycle yet, so he was like,
Yeah, he could get away with it.
F this dude, I'm finna throw you out.
It's like Tom Baker and Robot. He smashed the cement block in half.
Yes.
And he said, he didn't say the words that we have now, that he's still within the hours of his but he just regenerated. When he went to do it again at the end of the episode, he almost broke his hand.
Yeah,
because
he couldn't do it.
But that's the whole thing. When anything goes. Even when David Tennant first appeared, I don't care. I'm just gonna smash this ship and blow everybody up, and who cares? To Rose Tyler, like in Christmas Invasion. He's like, let's get the engines running. And I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, we were watching
This is going to be interesting to see how Jodie handles the regeneration cycle. I think this one's going to be more troublesome than what we have seen.
Listen, if all else fails, blame it on the Nardole.
Yes.
You know what?
Why?
Let him pick the outfit out. Yeah, because you know what? He'll get blamed for everything. Let him pick the outfit out. Yeah, I think this will be good, Doctor. Then she gets mad. Like, what, you made me put this on? And then, she'll have her own style. Just blame it on the Nardole. That's escape. That's an out right there. That's an out.
Why did Nardole got to be blamed?
Just blame it on the Nardole. Because everybody just treats Nardole whatever.
You know how I feel about that outfit. The best thing about it is the coat.
I love it that he's here's the thing. He is so respected, Nardole.
Yeah.
Like they're beating the shit the Doctor. Missy and the Master punching him. He's like, fuck it, I'm running away, right? I don't mean to curse. But when they see him later on in the ship, They don't kill him.
Nope.
They don't like get out. They just don't bother him. They like
Yep.
screwing with him like they're his BFF. And they're like, yeah, he don't like you. And then she's like, he don't like you, whatever. Meanwhile, like he fed Missy the whole time, a lot of times. So it's like, okay. But it's like part of the group, like, he's part of it, just there. The master would like chop Bill in a cold cut device and put her into a Cyberman suit and not give a shit. But with Nardo, no, that's Nardo. We don't.
He don't have no beef with them.
Yeah, no, that's
I don't
Nardo,
have no
man.
beef with you. Yeah.
That's Nardo. Can't do it.
No.
And I actually thought he was getting close with Bill. They lived together. Like that's what she even said.
Yeah.
Who knows even what the hell? It's like, I'm surprised she didn't blast him. That was a missed opportunity.
Man, he should have.
She should have just blasted this. But
the doctor talked her down, so it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. We love Bill and Bill accessories.
I got to really like her a lot as a companion.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
And you know what? I have a new respect when I turn on the faucet because I look at the drips in a new way now. The puddle monster. And I see a puddle, like, hey, you in there? No, I'm just kidding.
I bet the puddle monster looked at the drips a new way in the bathtub.
If only water could look like that. Damn, okay.
Man, you gotta think about stuff when that happens.
You gotta think, what the hell is in Moffat's head? Like, well, how do I can see the writer's room if there was one. Well, how are we gonna defeat this planet that's a whole creature? We're gonna defeat it with a leaf. Yeah, a leaf. We're gonna defeat the monster with a leaf in Akhenaten. Yeah, it's like even James Corden. He was a Cyberman. He was assimilated, and he's like, "Oh, my kid's crying. I'm just gonna turn back to normal." And it was like, "Oh, but poor Bill doesn't." Because they are against women. No, he was assimilated. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
That's some kind of.
I just don't understand the logic behind most of these decisions. Like, could we talk this out before you write? Can we?
You know what? I saw this, and again, it's not related, but I saw this meme on Facebook, and they're like, well, they stopped Thor with electric shocks in like Ragnarok, but he's the god of thunder. It's like, do you think about these things before you do it? Because
Absolutely
it's electricity. And obviously that's stupid. Obviously.
Not.
And this is, I know we're getting off topic.
Common sense.
But this is what I also loved about the old Superman movie series. They empty their gun and then they throw it at him like, okay, the bullets are not going to affect him.
Let's just throw it at him.
Maybe we throw a black eye with a thrown gun.
Yeah. So.
I don't think we think things through anymore. We just throw stuff at the wall.
Yeah.
There's no craft to it now.
Yeah. Joe knows about throwing things against the wall, doesn't
Poor
he?
K9.
Okay.
Still can't find him. I think I did find him somewhere.
Oh, did you find him?
I think he's somewhere. I'm gonna get the tree up so I think
You lost him in the abyss.
He's somewhere.
Oh.
We just need.
There's some type of time crisis going on. I don't know.
He needs
with
a
the Dalek.
little love.
Yeah.
He needs a little love.
Right.
Don't hurt K9. He's sweet.
So is the daughter still on the script with the new team, or is that still a stipulation now?
I think
Where
it was.
changing?
I think that somebody said something about they saw a Dalek. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a Dalek.
Oh, goody, for that 30 seconds of airtime. Good grief.
You know what? Maybe. I don't think he's a fan of Daleks, but maybe they just might want to show how she defeats the Daleks easily. Maybe. I don't know. Might be a thing. She might just regenerate, and she might just like do something and use a sonic screwdriver and blast them or something. It's just like,
all this time Daleks were female?
No. I'm saying they're gonna show how cool she is in this incarnation. That she just defeats the Dalek right away. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
And then we got to wonder about the poor children on Earth that is being deprived by
Yeah.
12's lectures and stuff. They didn't even finish a semester. Like, he just disappeared. They
What
in a
did they
passive.
learn?
They
Right.
did not. They're like, he just disappears, and people are now without a teacher or lecturer. What about the children?
Right.
What's
Really?
going on with the children on Earth? I mean, you deprived them from education, which you wasn't teaching them anyway. You were just rambling, but still, this is a pass-fail class. Everybody have to
Just
fail
like
that
they were making fun of colleges because colleges they don't even know what they're learning.
class.
That's what they were doing. It's like, but we're trying to learn about this. I'm like, oh, we're talking about crazy
I always
professors.
think about him as that professor. And I'm like, man, I bet that
I was against it at first, but I really liked it in the end. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, that was cool.
I think his test would be one of those tests where if you're not paying attention, like you think it's a blowout class because he rambles so much, but I think his test is harder than a bitch to pass because he
Probably.
would throw stuff in there that you didn't, you know. And poor Bill had the rough end of the stick because she had like a 4,500 word essay that she supposed to been did.
Well, she didn't even go to school there. She was just a
No.
lunch lady.
Yeah.
And then he just said, "The hell with tuition. I'm putting you in." It's like, all right. So.
Did she even turn any of her essays in?
You know what it is? He had to be there for 50 some odd years, so he had to be somewhere where he wasn't close to, Coal Hill or nothing, because then it would interfere with the timeline. So he had to
Really?
be that wasn't at Coal Hill. That was some completely other school.
Oh wait, I know that, but what time
He
period?
was on Earth for teaching for like 50 some odd years supposedly.
Oh, so he would have conflicted with first, because first father.
Yeah, so he had to be at a completely different school that.
Okay.
And while this is going on with invasions and everything, he just doesn't get interfere because he knows his other is handling it, and he's just watching over Misty for freaking I don't know how long.
Damn, that's dedication. That's a lot of dedication to not intervene.
I'm surprised she didn't go nuts. Just in there.
I think the 6 months trapped in that doggone cell would have done it though, because remember he left and forgot.
And her hair was all disheveled and stuff too. It was like
she probably had. I mean, I like how Bill come in and say you left her in that cage for 6 months without anything, and she survived.
Yeah.
Goodness.
It might be a thing where she could have went into a trance or something.
Could have been.
And just stopped everything, shut everything down. Because now I'm thinking about it. There was a thing when he was hundreds of years. Remember Under the Lake before the flood or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
He was in that thing.
Yeah.
And he was there for hundreds of years. So he put himself in a trance or something.
Good God.
Possibly. Remember that was in the past. He went in the thing in the past and he stood in there for hundreds of years. So, which, you know what, that makes him, could you say that he's hundreds of years now? Is that counting that he aged or no?
Yeah, that should count towards age. But see, here's the thing with I don't understand fully what happened with the copies, because I don't know if we count the copies. I know it supposed to go back to the original, but then when he was in the confession dial, he made copies of himself. So
he was only a couple weeks old.
Okay.
3 weeks. That's what Moffat came out and said that months ago. That he only has 3 weeks of memory.
Okay.
So it's not, and it's not necessarily that it's copies. It was like, I know, because then you would say that doctor actually died.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's sort of like a time loop type of thing, but time.
I'm sorry. So would it be like in a video game where you die and it's come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the room is aging because that room is not reset. So that's what it is.
Okay. That was confusing. I was like, why?
Yeah. You get a headache trying to figure it out after a while. So.
I mean,
I don't know why. I was thinking about the other day, the Star Trek Next Generation episode where Picard became something else, and right, it was like, well, do we have his pattern? Let's just beam whatever. And they're like, this is the pattern of Picard before he became this. All right, there he is. And I was just thinking about, I don't know why I thought about that, but I was thinking about that. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I mean, Picard's dead. Well, Picard's this. And they're just cloning his asses up. You know, but no.
It's just the small things that just really throws me off with this show, because it's like you put it in there, but you don't resolve most of the stuff. And it's like, how is this happening?
Doesn't resolve anything. That's the problem.
That's why he's writing these novels, so he can...
Well, I honestly think there's a secret agenda with that. I think that he's staying in practice with Doctor Who, with Davis, and I honestly think that he's using the Clara thing as an escape clause. I think that he's not going to resolve Clara, and if things go bad, he's going to wipe everything, and he's going to come back as showrunner. I honestly think that rather than have Doctor Who canceled and destroyed, they'll wipe it. You know, and I think that's what's going to happen. If anything, that's the worst case scenario. I don't think they'll do it where they'll just, regenerate her. I don't know.
So would that involve 12 coming back as well?
I would think would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think honestly, because here's the thing, we don't know what Chanel's going to do. Okay.
No.
But if he really does such a horrible job that it's an embarrassment that it exists at all, then you have to wipe it. That it never happened. And I know people said that would never happen. Let me tell you something. Nobody thought the Doctor's going to be a female, so anything could happen. Anything. There are no rules anymore. They could completely wipe her out, that it uncanon her, like retcon it. She doesn't exist at all. Okay, and that he has to do that because she happened by a mistake, because Clara should have been there. Whatever. So they'll do everything where everything existed, but him regenerating into her.
Or here's an idea. The TARDIS could have gotten hit by like 2 or 3 types of time wakes, split things off.
Well, that's what that rumor we heard, that they can split
but still, hear me out. They split things off, and he's got dueling memories. One of the Jodie,
like Amy Pond did.
The other, and then the 14th Doctor's got conflicting memories. One of them is Jodie Whittaker. The other one as like a combination of Capaldi and Tennant.
I just hope that doesn't happen.
No,
but I don't want to wipe anybody. I want
memories of how he met his.
Because you know what it is. You don't want to make a way. You need a whole book to understand what's happening. It's got to be simple like that. I mean, you can't. Yeah. Again, I hope she does a great job. Like Tom Baker said, if she's horrible, they regenerate her. That's it. And it doesn't matter. Don't think she has to be. She doesn't have to regenerate into a woman again.
No.
She can become a man. There's no rules. You're not going to do a woman for the next 50 years. That's stupid. No, it's not going to be like that.
We think Capaldi would come back though, because he's Adam. He was.
No, I think because he keeps saying things, and then they keep doing things to piss him off or do things that's disrespectful. So the last comment
they probably might use file footage.
No, well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, he might come back, but the thing is that they asked him, "What are you going to watch for Christmas?" And he's like, "Well, if I'm going to watch Doctor Who unless something else is on," meaning he don't give a fuck what he's saying. He's leaving now, anyway. So it's like, he's being honest. Like, he knows what he filmed already, so it's like whatever, But I think they did him dirty. Honestly.
I think they did too, because that just doesn't, somebody who.
And if he came back, it'll be under somebody else.
Yeah.
I honestly think that it's so we could have had some seasons with him. I mean,
that's what would have been the right thing to do, to give him another season, because he lost a season if you think about it.
Yeah, because they took too many.
They took too much time.
Yeah, it's unfair that he didn't get a chance for. I mean, I know he would like to think his character was, his character was coming into play in the 10th season. Like, where I would like to see his character was in the 10th season. But it's just, I hate that they did him like that, because that was the wrong person to do that to, somebody who invested so much into this series. I feel like he should get like another chance, just like McGann should have a series. If they couldn't figure out what the hell to do with Jodie, they should at least give McGann a series in between.
I like the way his hair is now. In the new episode?
Yeah.
But you know what I would do? Like, if they weren't gonna have him regenerate, they could have just made it where his hair was getting darker, and then it turned totally black or something. That would have been interesting to see him. You know. You know what I'm saying? That's
well, I'm rooting for you, McGann, because you do need a series. I mean,
he's young still too.
Yeah.
It's like 58, right? Wasn't his birthday or something?
Yeah. So he still can play the part. I mean.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, but they not thinking in that terms, because they could have said, okay, if Chibnall wasn't ready to do anything, then they say, okay, well, McGann, we'll do something with McGann to fill in the gaps. Like it doesn't. There's no rule book saying that you can't do an 8, or you can, or do a first, or you can do anything out of sync. I mean, I know y'all trying to like catch them all like Pokemon or something like that, but with this order, I mean, y'all have basically thrown out the rule book anyway. So who says that you can just do a season with another doctor?
Please, people are fighting with each other over the thing of the War Doctor. And again, the whole thing you got to think of is that if all the regenerations were set, even though he didn't, because I never believe he chose whatever, right? That regeneration, that potion, was a selected thing that was never meant to be.
Yeah.
He was never meant to be that. So that means that you cannot call him the Doctor. They call him the War Doctor because he was a doctor that changed the regeneration to be warlike, but only connected with that name. But he didn't have companions. He didn't be nice. Like, he just killed the Daleks, and he kept killing Daleks and battling and war and war and war.
He has a companion. He has one companion with him doing that series, and it's some female that he meets. But that's a whole.
Oh, in the audios.
It's either audios or comic.
I don't even count that as canon. I think the only thing that they count as canon is the 8th Doctor.
Right.
And everything. You think that's counted as canon?
I think it is, because I think somebody said because 8th Doctor name checked a lot of people that now it triggered Big Finish.
Well, 8th Doctor I thought was the only thing that was canon, because again he had no adventures anyway, so you had to have.
So is his War Doctor thing is now canon? Is they counted that as canon?
What I count as canon is that I don't count the Big Finish War Doctor as canon, or Jacoby's Master as canon, because it screws up the whole.
No, I'm not talking about John Hurt. I'm talking about the newest ones with McGann, because McGann is now under the Time War now. Something going on with him.
I count McGann. I don't count like the War Doctor stuff. I don't count any of the Doctor stuff other than McGann, because they contradicted stuff already in the thing, and they supposedly tried to change Perry. Gillian Brown, they tried to fix and put reasonings behind it, and I'm like, I don't know.
I know that one audiobook that I have with her is a companion chronicle where he goes back, where 5th Doctor goes back to Earth with younger Perry, and spoilers. The 6th Doctor also goes back. It's called the what's it called? Something Paradox. Something Paradox something. And they both come back, and then something happens with the younger Perry, and then 6th Doctor teams up with the older Perry, but that Perry is amalgamation of when they tried to fix the different Perrys up, which they should bring her back, because we don't know definitively what happened to her after that. We don't know if the Time Lord.
I cannot for the life of me. I know I don't like the 6th Doctor, but for the life of me, I don't get it. How he had little care for his companion, that he just listened to the Time Lords and left her there with this overweight, friggin' loud king, whatever. I mean, that was just ridiculous.
I don't think I think that whole sequence was something that they put in his head. I think that's one of the I want to say that she actually died on the table and switched out, but then the whole thing about that whole time, the trial of Time Lords, there was a big mess, and then they weren't clear cut about what the Matrix did and what the Matrix didn't do, what Time Lords put in with her and what Time Lords did not put in with her. And then the introduction of Mel was in there, and then we don't know what.
We never even seen her meet him. Like he never even met her, but she just appears. It's like, okay.
Yeah, she just appears like as a future.
That was so ridiculous. Yeah.
So I really would like to see what actually happens with her. You know, if she is the one because the one on Earth now is supposed to have a television show called something about Queen of Confusion or something like that.
Oh, so, that's her canon. She's on Earth now.
Yeah, she's on Earth, and then because
we're gonna lose you any second. I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's her canon. Well, she's split into she's basically split how they did. Well, not exactly how they did Clara, but she's like all over the place because he was trying to fix her timeline.
Is that Perry or is that?
That's Perry.
Perry's.